It is lovely to get you into the studio after all this time, because it was a long time ago you were going to come in, but you're here now, and
It
that's
was
all.
with Jet, wasn't it?
It was.
But now I have bought you a nice thing because we couldn't bring Jet, so
No,
I bought you the film that we made.
actually, we did connect with Jep, God bless him, and that's another story.
You told me, yes, with Hank, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Hank was there too,
Played him.
and in fact, John Wolfe was on the cameras that day.
Since we're talking about Jet, we did the 50th anniversary tour with Jet and the Rapiers. Now, we recorded a song that you haven't heard, and it's appropriate because the lyric is Back in Our Rock and Roll Days.
And that's
Jet's
the one
in the middle there, playing.
and Jet's on this.
Yes.
Okay, it's lovely. We've got Billie Davis in the studio with us, and we're all rocking and rolling. Because Jet and you were an item, weren't you, for quite some time? I mean,
Yeah.
it is common knowledge.
Yeah. Well, we had the car accident.
You were in the car, were you, when that accident happened?
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Jet.
I was doing a show in Worcestershire. Jet that particular morning picked up his award for the Guitar Player of the Year, came back to see me and said, I'll come with you to the show. So we had the drivers taking us, driver and his mate, and did the show. Coming back, and the Midland Red bus pulled out and we went straight into it. So I pulled Jet out of the car and I thought, oh, I'm all right.
Where were you sitting in the back? You were sitting in the back?
Asleep in the back, yeah. So fell forward. He then hit his head on the ashtray, and it was a very strange thing because I got out the car and I saw the bus, and there was a little old man sitting on the bus. And you know when the buses where you used to have the steel rod at the back? He'd been sitting at the back and he'd bumped his head. And I said, oh, are you okay? And the ambulance man said, who are you? And I went, I was in that car there. And I turned around and saw the car and I passed out. And I'd broken my jaw. And I didn't know.
Put you back for about 4 months.
Yeah, because I had the follow-up, which was He's the One. It was all lined up and everything, and I ended up in the London clinic.
And what happened to Jet? Was he badly...
Jet had to go to I just went to the little Evesham hospital, and he was taken to the Worcester. He had a scar here that he never...
Yeah, we won't go into it too
Anyway,
much.
that was that. No, he wouldn't stay there. He discharged himself, and of course then we had all the press and all that, and then it broke that I was the what do you call it, the Scarlet Lady, and
the femme
but I
fatale.
just wanted to make it quite clear that Jet was not with Carol then, his wife, but that was that, you know. So, but he wasn't very well after that, and Jet, you know, drank a bit, and it was a very difficult time because.
But it was great. He really came back and got the MBE, didn't he?
Well, that was the film that I've given you, Mike. Please have that. It's,
thank you.
We came back and we did. That's a funny thing. The London Palladium with a Cliff Richard Kitson Wolfe. And he rang and said, would you two do it? And Jet said, well, I don't know whether I want to go back and do a tribute. He said, all these years later, and here I am, when I used to be at the Palladium with Cliff, and I'm going to go in the Palladium again with a tribute. And I said, do it. So we started filming from that day. So you'll see all the film, and you know. So.
This is tremendous, because John, who's in the studio with me now, was actually filming. Because I was chatting to Jet. This was at the Palladium backstage, and Hank came over and he said, "Stop filming." Do you remember that, John?
No, I do.
He got all quite bossy, but you lucky enough kept filming, which was good. I mean, I do like Hank, but he kind of...
Jet was a character, though, wasn't he?
Definitely. But we both liked him, didn't we, John? That day,
we loved him.
We thought he was...
him all the time.
He was very funny, and when he was working on his own, because we did the 50th anniversary tour, which you've got a tape there of No Other Baby, which was just taken off the desk. It's not fantastic, but it's Fairfield Hall, Croydon, and we did that. But he had the audience in the palm of his hand, and the way he was, up until the time that he died, he got ill. It was just absolutely amazing. His command with the audience was fantastic.
But even from the off, when he was with the Shadows, he always was...
shone, didn't he?
He did, yeah. There was something about him, in those early days when they had the red suits on and everything. And it was a nice red. It was kind of... Because I was in the fashion game, and someone like me would spot it was good, very good material. It looked good. Anyway, here's Jet and your good self. Live at the...
Why say that when you know we finished with it?
Turn it up. You have to turn it.
There's some right Burks, isn't there? Some.
Jet Harris did get the MBE. And
he did, but the funny thing was, Mike, that he rang me up. We were in the middle of the 50th anniversary tour, and he went, I've got a brown envelope here, he said, the tax man, I haven't paid my tax. I think they're on to me. I'm not opening it. I said, open it. And when he opened it, it was his MBE.
Just out the
and
blue.
we filmed him on the film that you've got there. We filmed him right at the very end when he wasn't very well, coming out of the palace with his MBE. So you will see that on this lovely film.
This is Jet
and
Harris.
if anybody wants that movie, it's all on my website.
From there to here.
Yes.
Well, Billie Davis, thank you so much. Last we got you in the studio.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, and it's whizzed by. And
Shall I come back tomorrow?
Yes, that would be good.
Why do they always come to my shows? And if anybody says, "Course you're a Burke," I'll come out there and give you one. Now you've completely upset the apple cart now, you have. How do I do this? Is he there? Wally Whiten from the Vipers and Pussycat William and all that, he taught me a folk song years ago, which I've never forgotten, and the voice is getting deeper in it. I'd like to try and sing that now with my friend, Billie Davis. I think she's my friend. Right, yeah. It's a little thing. There she comes. She's here. And I count this in.
He's having a craft moment, are you?
Yeah, I'm having a craft moment. I can't remember a
Don't
thing.
swear.
I didn't swear. This ain't loud enough. Hang on, Billy. We've got to get it right.
43 years.
What? That's all I am.